Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about the final two episodes of Single Inferno. Welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a very interesting season. This season has been so great, and I'm so glad to conclude the season, and it was so interesting. That's why I'm here. I can't wait to talk about it. Okay, so the final reason for the wrestling game that we have Yonde, we have John, and we have Gio. This is how it goes. The first person is Yonde. The second person, like we saw the fight, it was very intense. We saw how Yonji and Gio were trying to like get my guy John out of the ring, but they didn't succeed because we talked about last time he fought it to the end. He gave it his all. That's why I'm so happy to announce that John Woo is the second person and the third person is Dion. The finalists was so emotional watching John Woo. Our emotional watching John Woo. John Woo got emotional. Even the girl who was watching the fight was so emotional. She got watching John Woo. My God finally get to go to paradise. And I am so happy for him. After the game, I didn't know the girl told Segi, go tell John he did well. But Segi said, no, Haida. Segi seemed to have a lot in her mind. So when the girl was like in the home and all that they were talking about Jion and they were talking about John. Like Segi was like, she seemed so anxious. She seemed anxious about both guys. We have the intermediate six section. So this is the section before they make the choice who will go to paradise. We hold like this is a section people get to talk, and we have Soshi. She's talking to the new guy Sejun, and they seem to get along so well. The new guy say he doesn't want her to go to father. He seems to care about it. I'm so happy for her. So she finally have someone like who already care about her, who is there for her, and I'm happy she's happy. And Gio want to talk to Sergey. And my God, John, he saw Sergey leaving with Dion. This is like a freaking king drama. He saw her leaving to talk to her again. This is the thing you always see in drama. This is intense. I'm like, oh, I feel so bad for John. No, what does it have to happen now? Dion told Sergey that he should have been second. Sergey said, oh, you will stay so cool. And Sergey asked Dion, who do you plan to take to paradise with? Because, you know, if it was second, it was going to take Sergey. And Jion say he want to go to paradise with someone he's curious about. And Jion say that he's interested in two people. So he was telling say I'm interested in two people. I'm like, not three people anymore. What about my girl Sejun? Oh, my girl Sejun is not even in the picture anymore. Poor girl. So the two people that we are talking about is Sergey and Nadine. Now it's time to choose for paradise. Yeonju got the first choice, he chose, so you already know that everybody's saying happy for them. We saw Joe and Gino say, oh, this is how happiness feel like. This is how I feel like when two people are actually connected. And then my God, Joe is the second person to choose. I'm like, a little percentage of me wanted him to choose Sejun, Sejun, I guess Sejun because she haven't been to paradise, but it's not about friendship. He always spots his friend in a different way. And when I'm like 99%, take her, take Segi, I don't care whatever happens after. Take her to paradise. Hey, like finally my guy's going to paradise again. Like, 또 들어줄까? 가자 가자. And we have the third person make the choice. Jiyeon choose Najin. Najin was so surprised to be chosen by Jiyeon to go to paradise because she said she wasn't sure he was going to take her. She packed, but she didn't really pack a lot of things because she thought she was not going to be chosen to go to paradise. So Sejun, poor girl, she's the only one who didn't go to paradise and who will not go to paradise. Oh my God, I feel so bad. 그래도 내신 그래도 혹시나 하는 그런 기대를 했을 것 같은 느낌이에요. 제가 만약에 And then about us, let's talk about my favorite people. I want to talk about them first, and we can talk about the rest of the people. I really wanted to talk about them, so I took so much of it's literally 2 pages talking about them. So let's talk about Sergey and John. So Sergey gave a tour to John, like they could pretty much live in paradise. She's been there so many times. She said, this is that, this is a food, this is a room, this is... That was cute. And after, John is the tourist here, so after what they do, they order food. It's time to eat and they feed each other. And
스테이크 주스 같은. 양.
And my guy Joe keep putting food into Sergey's plate. I'm like, boy, you gotta eat. I know you like her, but you still gotta eat. Now it's time to reveal the age and occupation, right? So John will run a cafe with his parents, so it's like he's a barista in the cafe. And the name of the coffee shop is Super Sweet Corn Coffee. And Sergey asked for the name, he said the name. She said, oh, I saw you on Instagram.
초당 옥수수 커피라고. 초당 옥수수 커피라고.
완전 알아.
알아?
어.
어떻게 알아? 거기를 지금.
대박. 나 인스타로 봤어.
나?
어.
진짜?
어. 초당 옥수수 커피를 내가 너무 먹고 싶은 거야.
You know, the coffee place must be really famous. She said, oh, I like that coffee place. I saw you on Instagram. That's amazing. He said, really? Now she remembered that she saw him. Probably saw the advertisement picture on Instagram and she saw him inside a picture, video. And they start to really what age, how old Joe is, because remember we learned all the information about Sergey so many times because she's been by that like so many times. And Joe is 25. He was born in 98 and they have the same age. And so when you have the same age, it's easy to talk. Just like in Korea, when you have the same age, like it's more comfortable to talk to the person. You don't have to like say, "Oh, how can I address you? How can I call you?" You avoid that type of awkwardness, and they have similar goal, like similar type of thing that they do. Like Segi, she says she's a student, a piano student in Seoul National University. She said that she played piano for a freaking long time, and Jung also. He was a soccer player for more than 10 years, but he didn't make it to the professional team. When you're an athlete, it's very difficult. Like in the US here with the football, not everybody get to the NFL. It's pretty hard to get to the professional team. Whatever sport you do, like he did his best for 10 years and he didn't make it. So they kind of have like, yeah, people who are driven like long-term goals, similar type of goal, so I really like that. Segi even she invited John to her graduation, like, you know, how do we call that? The piano, when you play piano for the final and stuff. I even took piano, but I don't even remember that. So you invite people, they watch you play piano, it's like a final exam. She invited me, said, really? She said, yes, you should come.
내년에 졸업 연주도 해. 한번 와.
진짜 가도
내
돼?
졸업 연주.
그럼 내가 옥수수 커피 2잔 들고 갈게. 아니 뭐 거기 뭐 친구들 해서 다 포장해서 들고 가면 되니까.
진짜 커피차처럼?
해줘?
해줘.
해줘? 알겠어. 진짜 약속할게.
And Joe wanted to take a picture, so he bought the camera, like, you know, that film Insta camera that they took so many pictures in Inferno and they finished all the film. He tried to take picture, but the camera is not working, just not working. Oh, he's so funny. Every single moment he always make us laugh. And it turned out to be like a fun moment. It's so funny. I can see he finished all the film, so they couldn't take picture. Segi said something about like, let's just capture the moment with the memory, like just remember this moment. Even though we don't have pictures, we don't have camera to take the picture. And after they decided to go swim.
뭐할 거 많으니까. 근데
수영할래?
수영부터 할까?
They're talking about the pool. They're talking about how beautiful the place is. How the room is beautiful. How everything is beautiful. I think John wanted to tell Segi, "Oh, you are so beautiful." Anything. John asked Segi if she should make a decision about her feeling. Yeah. Segi seems to be conflicted. She didn't say anything. Joe said that he's interested in her. I think he wanted to tell her that he liked her, but he was like trying to say he liked her, but he didn't say.
뭐 그럼 어떻게 말해야 되지?
He said he's preparing himself. he mentally prepared himself not to be hurt by the result.
워낙 호감이 갔던 사람이다 보니까 너의 그런 선택에 대해서는 크게 막 가슴 아파하진 않으려고 준비 중이긴 해.
So he said, no, I'm trying to do my best, Raina, so keep following your heart. So she just told him that, and that's where they ended. I like the dating paradise. I like the moment. I just want to keep talking about them, but I gotta move on. Let's move on to Yeonjae and Son. Yeonjae and Son, what am I supposed to talk about? Like, I want to skip this part and just move to the next couple, but that would be kind of weird. Pretty much look at a couple who are back for the honeymoon in paradise. Hotel, they tour the place again and they happen to have the same home again. They talk about timing, they talk about coincidence, they talk about how they end up together, blah blah, all that talk, like it's destiny and blah blah blah.
그런 생각도 해봤어. 타이밍이 진짜 잘 맞는 순간들이 있었다고 생각을 해. 근데 그런 순간들이 있었으니까 여기까지 정말 잘 온 거 아닐까.
So Young just say he's made the good choice every time.
한순간도 좀 빠짐없이 맞는 선택을 한 것 같아. 나는.
I'm not sure about that. Watch what you're saying, Yoonjae. What kind of relationship is someone want out of coming to Inferno or something like that? She says she wants someone who make her happy when she's talking, like someone she can talk to for a long time and feel happy. And so she's saying happy.
어떤 연애를 하고 싶냐? 어떤 각오로 솔로 지옥에 나왔냐 했는데 그때 내가 그랬거든. 그냥 보기만 해도 흐뭇한 사람과 흐뭇한 연애를 하고 싶다.
They seem happy. They both seem happy. They talk for a long time, and they even slept like only 1 hour. They were up until like 4 a.m. talking, and they went to bed like 1 hour before going back to Inferno. So there's not much to talk about. People who are happy. Going to Nadine and Gio, and when they got together, they went to a very big home. They have classical music in the background, and
달라. 역시.
뭐지?
어떡해. 와 진짜 이쁘다.
have a whole course meal. Ask who was the best when it comes to us again. Nadine say you were the best. I think Gio was good, but the whole time I was like, oh, I was Jin Jong the whole time. And time to reveal the age and the occupation. Jiyoung say we already learned he's 28. Najin says she's 23. She's a student. Jiyoung asks, say that she's so cute. Like the age difference is 5 years. He said that she's cute. Najin said, I don't like being cute. Najin gets Jiyoung occupation out of the type of job that we can have outside. She gets that he's a YouTuber.
유튜브. 어? 진짜?
Wow,
나 유튜브.
that's amazing that she gets that. Najee asked what kind of YouTube content he made. He said he made like tactic shooting because he was in the army for 4 years, so he do those type of content. But he says it's kind of difficult to do those type of content in Korea. So Najee was in the ROTC also. You know ROTC, like when you're in high school, you do all those military stuff. So she said she was in the ROTC. So they seem to have a lot in common. They talk about fashion, and I say, you dress pretty well. I say, no, I'm not into fashion. I only put a little bit of effort because I'm in this show. On regular basis, I just wear black clothes. And I just say the same. I only wear black. And also they talk about like motorcycle, like how the sound of that, they make kind of funny sound. That was just a funny moment.
나 그런 거 좋아해.
나 그 배기음을 되게 좋아하거든. 그래서 이게 아니야.
계속 왜 소리?
Jiyoung asked Najee what's the best moment for her in singing Inferno. Najee said Raina.
인상 깊었던 순간?
여기 와서?
지금.
Nadine, she really like Dion. Nadine asked a question to Dion. What happened if you were second place? That's a dangerous question, Nadine. So he tried to answer it, but well, we all know the answer doesn't seem to like very satisfying. So he said that he had two people in his mind. He had Nadine and he had Sergey, two people. Dion asked Nadine, since she have a clear goal in her mind, is she gonna have time to date? Because she's a primary student and she's in Harvard School. She's gonna be a doctor. Doctor are pretty busy. She says she wants somebody who support her in her goal. Somebody who support her dream. That's the kind of relationship she's looking for.
당연히 나랑 같이 보낸 시간이 좀 적을 수도 있는데 이렇게 같이 보낼 때 뭔가 의미가 더 있다라고 생각해.
Jiyeon seems very conflicted. I don't know what's going on in his mind. Thinking. And now let's go to Inferno. While those people were in paradise in the evening doing all the stuff, we had people in Inferno. It's time for them to make a meal. They're gonna cook. They're gonna have chicken and potatoes. The new guys and Sejun smile every time. He really likes her. Like he helped you like cut all the potatoes. Want her to get hurt.
위험하지.
이렇게 할까 3등분을 할까? 이거 약간 잘못 자른 거 같아.
괜찮아, 잘했어.
두 개? 하나?
가운데.
부탁드립니다.
제가 걱정하지 마세요.
약간 망할 것 같지 내가 하다.
아니야. 잘했어.
Dong doesn't talk much anymore. It's like it's Dong still in the show. I'm really surprised to see him. Oh, the 6 people who stay in Inferno, they're just enjoying the sunset while eating. And later after eating, Sonshi talked to Sejun, the new guy. She said that she should talk to her at least one because she made the decision to take somebody else in paradise the second time when she went with Hambi instead of her. He said he doesn't really care about those type of things. What matters to him is what make her happy. So Sonshi talked about her past experience since she's been in Inferno. She had a very difficult time, but when it came, everything kind of changed. She's so thankful for him. He said he understand her. He know that she always act bubbly and happy, but he actually see that she's hurting inside. And so she smiled.
여기 있으면 그냥 너가 내 눈에 들어와 있는 게 편해. 그냥 내 눈 안에 들어와 있어야 좀 마음이 편해.
Finally, so happy for Sonji. I'm just so happy for her.
아, 참. 그 신경 쓰이게.
I can see something there. Okay. And this one day before the final decision, the people from Paradise are back.
오셨구나.
Every time when they come back from Paradise, they go in their home and they have their little talk. Sergey said that John seems like someone she know now.
근데 소름 돋는 게 내가 알고 있었어. 그러니까
다른 사람이었어.
언젠가 종호를
봤었어?
본 적이 있어.
유튜브인가?
궁금하네. 그래서 진짜 어제 신기했고 좀 더 친해진 느낌?
다행이다.
종호랑?
She's feeling very comfortable around him. Nadine said that her and Gio have a lot in common. The other girls saying that someone is pretty much coming back for her honeymoon. We don't have much to say about it. Oh my God, Sejun. My girl is just there. She haven't made a connection with anyone. Miso says she want to talk to Gio more. Sejun's like, I'm pressured. Go talk to him. Yeah, she's just there to help people now because she haven't made any connection herself. Oh, poor girl. So now the Korea Lana make an announcement. Today is going to be 3 days before the final decision because you know the final decision is next day and we're going to have all those 3 days. You can ask to talk to someone. You can talk to anyone you want to talk to before making your decision. Now, Gio, as soon as she made the announcement, Gio went looking for Sergey.
어허. 전화하고 오십시오.
먼저 갔거든.
I am so surprised. Don't is still in line to talk to Sergey. He's pretty much waiting for Sergey also. I thought he understood that she said when she told the line, say I see you more like a friend. That's all. She literally episode 5 and 6. She literally told the line that it's not gonna happen, but he's still in line to talk to her. Now we saw Jiyoung and Segi there. They went to get water. I'm like, Segi managed to make all her suitor go get water. I'm talking about Dongwoo. I'm talking about Jongwoo. I'm talking about Jiyoung now. But to be fair, Jiyoung is the one who said, let's go try this day. Let's go get some water. While they were like waiting for the water to fill up the tank, and they decided to take some picture. They took very nice picture. I'm like, oh my god, John couldn't took picture yesterday because there was no more film. He forgot to take extra film when he went to paradise. That was very important. He did it. So they took nice picture. We saw John and Najin. They are waiting to talk to Jiyoung and Segi. And Jiyoung said that he hated seeing Segi leaving with John to paradise because he got the third place. Jiyoung asked Segi if she had made up her decisions. She said she made her decision. Segi asked Jiyoung like if he made his decision. Jiyoung said he hasn't made his decision yet. Concerned about the future of the person he want to be with. So this is his own RTM conversation. He said he's concerned about the future, like 2 different stages of life. So he's pretty much like, he's talking about his job, how he got out of the army. He's still trying to figure out things. He's a YouTuber now and stuff like that. And about his day, I'm like, damn, pretty much a girl that you want to choose. Both of them are students. I don't know what you're talking about. When I look at like him talking with Nadine and the fact that he say he want to move to the US for his content on YouTube, I'm like, Nadine seems to be the choice if you consider your future and whatever. I don't know. So your future kind of align together. I don't know. He's conflicted. He haven't made his decision yet. Dong and Misu now. I call them team 2 are talking. They are waiting also in line to talk to Segi and Dion. 2 different teams are waiting to talk to Segi and Dion. Team 1, Nadine and Jongwoo. They are the most likely people to end up with either Dion or Segi. I'm talking about Nadine and Dion and Jongwoo and Segi. So they're the most likely to end up together. Now team 2, Misu and Dongwoo. For this team, Dongwoo, Segi already say no. She already told the line she see you as a friend. Misu, Gio already said no. He says he's most close to Segi, but you can still wait in line to talk. Now the team 2 was faster than the team 1 because the team 1, Jongwoo and Najin were sitting by the home while Misu and Dongwoo were like sitting on one of those bench. As soon as Segi and Gio were done, they went to talk to them individually. So Dongwoo and Segi talk like nothing come out of this talk. I didn't even take any note, guys. I just know nothing gonna happen yet. Okay, Gio and Misu talk. She pretty much tell him for the time that they spent together. It feel more like a closure, and you can feel like it's a closure. She tell him like for the few days she spent with me, she enjoys those days, blah 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 blah. Najis was in the home. She's talking to Son. She said that she doesn't want to talk to Jiyeon because Segi already talked to Jiyeon. Miss already talked to Jiyeon. She doesn't want to be the third person. So now
준영 씨는 슬기 씨한테 먼저 갔고 이 시간에 그리고 민주 씨가 이제 진영 씨한테 가고 그럼 내가 또 가고 너무 복잡하고 민주 씨도 진영 씨를 엄청 좋아하시고.
Please go talk to him. She said, I don't want to overwhelm him. 2 girls already talked to him. And Misu seems to be really into Dion. So Nadia said, I don't like that. I don't want to go talk to him. And sure, Ellie Beletta, Misu crying in the bed. That was after the conversation that she got with Dion. Now, Soon and Hambi have the date. They gave me the friend vibe, so it's pretty much we know that this is a friend vibe. If she doesn't choose him, At least I want her to keep him as a friend, not because John Hamby is the friend. I don't want to see him like he's the guy who has to be the friend, because he has such a great personality. He's the type of person you get in your life. It's the type of person, even if you don't date, you want to have as a friend in your life, because he gives such a great vibe. This is what Hamby said. He doesn't consider himself that emotional. He's not an emotional person, but he was able to get emotional here with all the time he spent with her. So she made him be more emotional. Someone say that she's grateful for the time they spent together. Hamby said that that's good enough for him. It was also like a closure conversation. Now we have the final campfire. So the final evening, they all reveal the personal information to each other. The most important information that we want to find out here, the person that we really want to know, is my girl Sejun. She didn't get to go to Paradise, so nobody know who Sejun is. So who Sejun is. We know her. She's a cool girl. Nobody know her personal information. My girl Sejun is 26. She's a model. She do all those apps. She was in the Sony app, the BMW app. Everybody is happy for her. She upload and they asked Don, so I think everybody's like kind of reveal the information here. And Don is a doctor, a plastic surgeon. Everybody was so surprised. John would never says to Ahmed that he shot his face. It's so funny. They were so shocked. Other girls were impressed by his job title, and they asked Yonji how old is he. Everybody assumed that Yonji was in his 20s because don't say how old he was, like 32. Everybody just thought Yonji was like in his 20s. He said 32. I love that surprise. Everybody was doing.
32입니다.
They were all shocked and surprised. Now they reveal that she's 23 and she says she's a pre-med student. They say which school? Say now the other guy who know about the information, her information, say which school Nadine, and she say Harvard University, and you say the name that's so true. He said, I'm so sorry Nadine, I didn't treat you well. I didn't know you had such an important background. That was so funny. That was so funny.
막대해서 미안하고요. 아니 그런 분인 줄 몰랐네 내가. 뭐 밖에 나가도 너무 저 안 좋게 보지 말아요. 아유 지금까지 미안했습니다.
John was always looking out for his friend. I love that John will ask the question to Yonji, who was your first impression? Finally, Yonji, the guy who always like to who's not very honest. I love that he said his first impression was Sejun. So,
첫인상 투표 때 누구 했는지 이제 말할 수 있으니까.
저는 첫인상 투표 때 태정 씨요. 네. 바로 옆에 앉았어가지고.
Jinyo's first impression was Segi. John's first impression was Segi also. Those guys pretty much keep going head to head. So Yonji asked Segi if she already made her decision. Segi said, yes, I have made my decision. John asked Jinyo, when we were like one-on-one, when we were playing the game, was it for the same reason? Jinyo said, definitely. We were playing for the same reason. Jinyo asked Segi, did you like being with me in Paradise, or did you like being with John in Paradise? That's a dangerous question. Why do you ask her that? Before Segi even get to answer, I see Segi say pass. Say no comment. She said no comment first. I want to answer the question. And she got all right not to answer the question. And in the conclusion, pretty much everybody is thanking the other person for the time that they have. They just wish that they can be friends after the show. They wish that they are still good, still remain in good relation. They are friends after the show. John will say that he's not very good at expressing his feeling, but in this show he learned how to express his feeling. He's so thankful for this show. He got emotional.
보세요? 보세요? 괜찮아.
And then this is the final day. We are going toward the end. This is the conclusion. Everybody's getting ready. There's no more time before I'm talking about the final day, and because I just wanted to say The final day is the final day. There's no time for talk. There's no time to make any connection. It's like you're taking an exam. There's no more paper. You cannot look at your note anymore. It's the final day. After everybody gets ready, we see 6 guys sitting. We see the guys sitting outside on the chair, and the first 3 girls by the beach. We see Sonshi, we have Sergio, and we have Son. They are and the 3 other girls were like in different spots, like where they sit usually to have the date, when they sit to talk. So this is how the girls are organized. The first girl, Sonshi, by the beach. The second girl, Sojourn, by the beach. We have the third girl, Son, by the beach. And now in different sitting spots on the other side. You don't have to pass the 3 girls to get to the 3 other girls. So the 4th girl is Misun, the 5th girl Nadine, and the last girl is Sergey. That's how they were organized. And I'm like, it's a whole strategy game, even who go first to meet the girl. The first person to go is Hambi. Hambi go to her. Hambi calls, he get to Sonshi, he passed to Sonshi, he tell her, he said, you were my favorite person in Inferno. I'm so glad I got to spend time with you. And he didn't say anything to Sergio, my girl, unless they edited this part. I don't know what to say about. I love her, but I didn't know that he didn't even greet Sergio and he go directly to someone. Okay. And the second person to choose is Joan. And you know, Joan doesn't have to pass by the 3 other girls, so he go to the little mountain. And the first person he calls is Misun, and then he calls Nadine. Nadine pretty much said, go for it. Nadine was like encourage him. Yeah, Nadine is the second person. She said good luck. So Joan has been friends with all the girls. I love that Joan. We know he likes Sergey. But he will friend with all the other girls in Inferno. He was friend with my girl Sejun, with Sonshi. He was looking out for them. He was also friend with Nat. He get along with all the other girls. It's not like those type of guy. I like this person. I don't want to talk to other girls. That's why I love Joe. There's so many things I can talk about how much I love Joe, but I have to keep going. He went, and my God, Joe go to us, Sergey. And the third person to choose is Yeonjin. Yeonjin went to her Sonshi and he talked to her. He thanked her for the time they spent together. Like, it's okay. So he thanked her and he didn't say anything to my girl Sojourn. I was like, what did time be? And Yeonjin didn't say anything to my girl Sojourn. I'm like, he passed my girl Sojourn and he go to her son. And we have the 4th person we choose, and the new guy, Sejun. Sejun go directly to Son. She's pretty much the first girl by the beach. And now the 5th person to choose, don't go toward the mountain. So the first person you have to cross is Misa, and then the second person, Nadine.
Nice meeting you as well.
Wonderful person.
Thank you.
Give me a hug.
I appreciate that he stopped it. He gave her up before he go to Sergey. And the last person to choose is Jion. Jion is time for Jion to choose. He goes to the mountain. He calls Misu is the first person. He said, let's talk more outside. Stop to her. I like Jion, but I didn't like what he did when he went toward Nadine. He's pretty much standing by her side. What are you doing? For at least a few seconds, everybody was confused. All the contestants thought he chose Nadine. The panelists thought he chose Nadine. Stand up by her side a little bit, and then I don't know if the producer asked him to do that. This is so freaking confusing. And after say, I support you for all your dreams and stuff like that.
고마워.
He went towards Sergey.
좋아요.
So this is the conclusion. So we have 2 guys by our side, Hambi and Yeonjin. Sonshi got Sojun, the guy. And we have Sergey, Jion on one side, Dong in the middle, and Jong on the other side. So Sergey is pretty much the bachelor. She have 3 guys. She have to make the choice. Sonshi and the new guys, Sejun. Now it depends if she choose him by and they leave paradise. So it depends what decision she gonna make. Someone have to choose between Hampi and Yeonjin. And the other 3 girls like Miss my girl Sejun and Najin didn't have any suitor. It's okay. It's time for the girl to make the final decision. All All they have to do is to hold the hand of the person they choose and they live Inferno together. So Sanch is the first person she chose, and she chose the new guy Soju. I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy. She said, "Let's go." They look happy. I am so happy for my girl Sanchi because she has such a tough time the whole season in Inferno, and finally when the new guy came, everything changed. In the past, she was just thankful for him, and then when they start talking, you can see the last episode 9, how they get along, how she started to open up to him, how she started to even like him. I just love that they end up together. I'm rooting for them. Hopefully they are still together. I'm so happy for them. So they live together, and the second person to make a choice is Son. So Hambi gave his final speech, Yeonjae gave his speech. Hambi said, "I'm happy, whatever decision you choose to make, I'm happy, I will support your decision." So, like a great friend, whether it's me or not, so she made her decision, she chose Yeonjae, and then Yeonjae said, I will give you my number. So, I guess they plan to date after the show. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe they're gonna date. I don't know. And now, the decision we are waiting for, this is actually what we were waiting for, the final decision we were waiting for. So this is the final decision. This is the Bachelor Segi with her final choice. I watch the Bachelor too much. The Bachelor Segi with her final choice. Who is she gonna choose? The Bachelor, the concept is a little bit different because it's usually the final two, but let's just say it's the final two. And Sally say something good about each of the guys. Like, you always say something good before you give the host, like in the Bachelor and stuff like that. She said that her final choice. She said the final sentence. They always show the subtitle and they put the name of the person before you hear her say, because they hide all the subtitle. I'm like, I always check the subtitle. This time I don't want to check the subtitle. I was just looking at the guy. I was just looking at my guy Joe. She was like talking this way. She looked at Jin, she looked at Dong. She was talking this way. My guy Joe was praying on the other side. I'm like, Sergey, don't worry. Even before she said anything, I'm like, Sergey, don't worry about whatever. Don't worry about pleasing us. It's okay, go with your decision. You don't have to please me, you don't have to please the world. If you choose whoever, go with that decision. Just make the decision that you want to make. And she said the person she want to live Inferno, to go to paradise with, all the person she want to leave the show with, the person she want to be with, the person she want to go with. I don't know what to say. The person she want to live with. She turned around, she said, Joe, ow. Scream. Thank God I didn't start watching the show. Like, I usually start to watch the show by 10 p.m. or 11. So by this time, it'd be midnight. I started to watch the show at 8 o'clock. It will probably 10 p.m. by the time she made the decision, or 11. I screamed. I dropped my note. I'm taking note. I'm like, Joe got so emotional. Oh my God. I'm like, the panelists start crying. It was like, I was so happy for my guy Joe. I screamed. I love she turned to him. He wasn't even expecting that. She turned to him. She said his name. The guy started crying. He started crying. Oh my God, I'm so happy. This guy has been fighting for his love since day one. His determination. It's like, I was all team. I was team Joe so much. Like, I was so happy for him. I remember when they were in paradise, he said he's mentally prepared himself not to be hurt by the final decision. She turned away, she smiled, she said his name. That changed everything. Oh my God. I was so happy for him. I was so happy. And then he took her hand. She said, let's go. They go together. His hand was sweating. He kept crying. He said, take it. Say, I'm so sorry. My hand is sweating. I'm so sorry. I said, it's okay. Don't worry about it. And she said something like all the effort that you made finally pay. This was to say about her final decision. Jungwoo has been so sincere since the very beginning to the end. the feeling that he expressed to me felt so very earnest. I think John was the person who broke the standard I have set for myself. I feel that someone who's like a friend, someone who make me feel relaxed could be the person to who I can finally be my real self with. And he always approached me first. Now it's time for me to go to work. Now it's time for me to approach him. I'm like, I scream. Finally, someone who really like her, take care of her, literally was by her side doing stuff that other people were not doing stuff where people were not looking. She noticed all those little details. She wants to be the one to approach him. She want to show him how much she appreciates him. I'm glad that she chose John. When I saw them in paradise, I'm like, these people look so good together. When they are talking, the conversation always flow. I'm so glad she chose him. I am so glad. I am so glad when she turned out and smiled like he would say, my choice is John. Oh my God, I'm so happy for that. I can't explain how happy I am. This is the best dating show I have watched. I'm telling you guys, he broke all the house senior show that break me. He broke Inferno season 1. I'm more happy after watching this season. I'm just so happy for John. Ah, my goodness. I'm just so happy. I like that he's been very sensitive from the very beginning. She noticed that. I told you guys she noticed that. And when John was like taking care of her, she's just like, follow your heart. She noticed every detail. She was paying attention when he gave her the book. Every time he wanted to talk to her and she said, we talk later. She noticed how he didn't get mad, he didn't get angry. He gave her the book, he gave her medication. He like literally took care of her. I can hold a whole story for this love stories. I'm just so happy for them. Oh my goodness, the judge cried. Gio said he lost in the game. He lost also when it comes to love to John. John was questioned when Sergey chose him. He couldn't believe it. My God cried. They live hand to hand. Since his hand is sweating, he holds her hand and the hand is sweating again. He says, it's okay, don't worry about that. They hold hand and they live Inferno together. Isn't this a happy ending? It's the happy ending. Thank you so much. Before I close, I just want to say this has been a great season. I'm so glad I recapped Sing Inferno. After The Bachelor finished, I'm like, I saw the trailer of Sing Inferno. I'm like, Sing Inferno coming on the 13th in December. I said, oh my God, I just wanted to take the break. What is this show didn't come next year? I'm like, I wasn't sure if I was going to reply, but it's Sing Inferno. When it's Sing Inferno, I'm going to make time for that. So I'm so glad I decided to recap the show because the view has been very good for my YouTube channel and I appreciate. I started a TikTok channel. The TikTok channel is getting so much view and the video that I made about Jungwoo got more than 3,000 views. It's heading so toward 4,000 views on TikTok. I am so happy people like those short videos on TikTok and I really want to keep doing those things. It's something that I really love to do. I think I found my passion in life. I like talking about reality show. I like making video. I like making content to entertain people. And even in my channel is small right now and I know it's gonna keep going. I really want you guys to help me subscribe and like this channel. Thank you for the view for Sing Inferno. I usually get less than 100 views. I got like 300 views for the first episode and the second episode of Sing Inferno. I just like to see a small goal. I felt like I'm heading somewhere and I know it's the conclusion for this show, but it's not a goodbye, it's a hello. And I know we're going to talk more about other dating shows. The Bachelor is coming at the end of the month. By the time you watch this video, it's probably, I'm going to try my best to post it before I post the Bachelor first episode. So welcome back to the season. Hopefully the Zach season will be a good one. And right now people are doing like, no, right now. I have to talk in the future. Hopefully it's a great season. I'm just glad The Bachelor is back. I really enjoy recapping Sing Inferno. I really love how much this show was viewed by people. I really love that. Thank you so much for this amazing time that we spent talking about it. This daily show, it was so amazing. And I'm so glad I have fun recapping the show. And let's talk more in other video. And I'm happy for my guy Joe.
땀이 계속 나네.
I love how much
손에 땀이 많이
effort he
없거든.
put into his love.
나네.
Such an amazing guy. I'm gonna make more TikTok. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about this show
두드리면 열린다라는 거를.
for a long time, even of the off season. Thank you so much. And I'm not gonna make more video about the show because I'm tired, but I will talk about it. I will make more TikTok. You should watch the TikTok. Those are short videos. I will make more TikTok for the video after I post this final. That will be the final single Inferno. I'm not sure if season 2 will be good like season 2. For me, season 2 is the best. Season 1 was okay. Season 2 is the best. It's better than all the house singers that I watched combined. I love this show. Thank you so much.